I'm trying to think. I don't know what happened. I'll go down there. There was a guy named Mohammed that I was talking to last night. Were you guys there last night? There's a guy named, I'm sure there's more than one, named Mohammed that I was talking to.
What is his phone number?
I don't know. I didn't get it. I was just talking to
Do you
him.
know how it's look?
He was just at the scene. I think he had just left the service. He was talking to me. Okay, I'll see if I can call him. I'll see if I can do this. That's correct. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to know. No problem. Thank you. What do you say?
I was asking, I said, so if there's a crime scene up and it's a crime scene, you can't fly a drone over it. He said that's correct because it is an active crime scene. So the air
is restricted automatically, temporarily.
If you guys walk in slow motion, it looks more badass.
What happened anyway? You don't know?
I don't know yet, bro. We're trying to find out. It's not too good to be escorted by 3 cops like that. It doesn't look too good on you. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't look too good. I'll be like, no, I'll wait. I would have been like, no, I'll wait. I'm not walking with you over there.
They're arresting him.
They are?
Yeah. They just put a pin behind his back.
Oh.
I told you not to answer questions.
Oh. You guys, you see? Oh.
This is where the atmosphere immediately feels different. The music plays, officers are present, and something serious has already happened. The cameraman casually interacts, but there's an underlying tension in the air. Mentions of a crime scene, restricted airspace, and officers escorting someone instantly raise questions. Then comes the subtle but powerful moment, talk of someone being given a chance to leave, but instead waiting and getting arrested. That single detail builds suspense. Why didn't he leave? What led to this escalation? You can feel it building. Something major has just taken place, and we're about to find out exactly what it was. The stage is set.
Oh. They didn't cuff him here, they cuffed him over there.
Kansas City.
Yo, they gave him a chance to leave though. They said go over there.
Yeah.
He waited right here to get arrested. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
Owing on Auditing America, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that thumb button right now. Share this video, share it.
And go to Universal TV. Also, go to Universal TV.
I'm sorry? You can, but not right now. They're all going to be pretty busy.
They're going to see the body first?
What's that?
They're going to see the body first?
On the low man total.
That's why I figured. I just want to speak to the detective real quick.
Let me tell them what you did.
I'm Mo. I just want to go see the body because I know that kid. That's why.
Okay. Well, I'll tell them. Can I get your info and I'll tell them to come contact you whenever you're ready?
Sure, yeah.
What's your last name?
Muhammad M-O-H-A-M-E-D.
What's your first name?
Same as first.
Okay.
Still exactly the same.
Okay, and what's your birthday?
0808 1995.
95?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell them that you're sitting here waiting for them. But I don't know how long it's going to take.
It's going to take some hours probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'll figure it out.
We have our media captain coming out, so as soon as he comes, he's the one who can answer that. I can't.
no, you're fine.
They're just
You're fine.
advising me.
I've only had it for a couple weeks, so I'm like, what can I do with it?
Yeah, so as of right now, they're not letting because it could compromise.
Okay, that's
But when
fine.
Captain Jackson comes out with their media unit, that's a question for him. Okay, guys.
I flew it above the Capital City building in Jackson County, Missouri, and I have a
I wouldn't
problem.
have a problem with it. It's not my
I get it. You're fine. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Go to Fake Mike Real News. Where's, you know, the guy with the whisk? Oh, Will. He couldn't make it. He couldn't make it, but he's always with us.
I'm here.
Now the interaction shifts toward access and authority. The cameraman tries to gather information, but officers make it clear, this scene is locked down. References to seeing the body first immediately intensify the situation. This isn't a minor incident. Someone has died. Notice how calm the officers remain, but how restricted everything feels. The drone discussion adds another layer: airspace restrictions, crime scene integrity, and compromise of evidence. The tension here is procedural but heavy. The viewer now understands, this isn't just an audit. This is an active, deadly police encounter investigation. And then, the public information officer steps in. That's when things become official.
I'm here as a public information officer to make some initial comments about our involvement, meaning Missouri State Highway Patrol has an investigative team with the Division of Drug and Crime Control. Those investigators are here right now at the request of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. This investigation is very active and will be ongoing for quite some time. At approximately 6:12 this evening, officers with the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department initially identified what was to believe a homicide suspect. Those officers identified themselves to make contact with that individual, at which time the individual presented a firearm. It is believed at this time it was a short-barreled rifle. Following those interactions, gunfire was exchanged. Kansas City, Missouri police officer, one police officer did fire his duty weapon. As a result, the individual, the suspect, was struck. No other officers fired their weapons. Life-saving measures were performed immediately. An ambulance responded to the scene. Ambulance transported the individual to Truman Medical Center, but has now been pronounced deceased. At this time, as I said, our investigators are collecting evidence, collecting statements from witnesses, and interviewing all officers that were involved. This investigation will remain ongoing for quite some time. As it relates to the suspect, the next of kin have not been notified as of yet, so I will not release the name.
This is the turning point. The Missouri State Highway Patrol representative begins the formal briefing. The tone is calm, measured, almost clinical. But the content? Explosive. At approximately 6:12 p.m., officers identify a homicide suspect. They make contact. The suspect presents a firearm. A short-barreled rifle, according to initial belief. Then comes the key line: gunfire was exchanged. One officer fired his duty weapon. The suspect was struck. Transported. Pronounced deceased. This is the core of the entire video. The moment everything revolves around. The tension that was building now has clarity, an officer-involved shooting resulting in death. And yet, many questions remain unanswered.
Release the name of the suspect now. Once the next of kin has been notified, we will update you all, most likely posting it on Twitter. As it relates to the investigation, why the Kansas City Police Department was looking at this individual in particular as a homicide suspect, the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department will have to answer those questions, as that is a separate investigation. I'll take any questions at this time.
You can't tell us, the KCMO Police Department has to tell us if this is a suspect involved with the Olive homicide, double homicide last time.
Yes, to answer your question, I will defer to the Kansas City Police Department as it relates to their investigation. Okay, the Missouri Highway Patrol here is to investigate an officer-involved shooting. Okay?
Sergeant Bell, was that shot fired? Was that just one single shot?
That's going to be determined by our investigative team.
No officers were shot?
That's correct. No officers were shot. To the best of my knowledge, no. I know for a fact no one was injured.
Pronounced dead at the hospital or here?
I don't know that exactly, but I know the individual was transported by ambulance to Trimble.
Sergeant Bell cannot confirm if this is related to double homicide.
Yeah, so that's part of our investigation as well. So to determine the exact make and model of the firearm, that will happen at some point during the investigation.
Now the energy shifts again, this time toward scrutiny. Reporters begin pressing for details. Was it a double homicide suspect? How many shots were fired? Was any officer injured? Notice the careful phrasing from the officer. Almost every answer is structured, cautious, deferred when necessary. The highway patrol is investigating the shooting, but the homicide details? That's for Kansas City PD. This is where tension becomes intellectual. The press pushes. The officer maintains composure. Every response feels deliberate. Nothing speculative. Nothing rushed. The audience begins to sense how tightly controlled these early investigations are.
To determine exactly how that interaction happened, that will be analyzed as well.
Was the suspect African American?
Part of the identification process right now, with the next of kin not being notified, we're not trying to hide anything. It's sensitive when there's family involved that have not been yet notified. The only thing I can confirm right this second is that it was a male.
So you said there was an exchange of gunfire?
So again, I'll have to defer back to the investigative team. Okay. Once again, the suspect, you have to understand it's sensitive when next of kin has not been notified. I can, once next of kin has been notified, tell you the age, tell you the last known home address, not home address, but home city and state, first, middle initial, and last name, okay? So just bear with us. We don't suspect that's going to be drawn out for a length of time. I would suspect if you monitor our Twitter account through the evening, that information will be released as soon as next of kin can be notified.
Then comes a delicate moment. A reporter asks whether the suspect was African American. You can feel the pause. The officer carefully explains, next of kin have not yet been notified. Identification details will not be released. It's not about hiding information. It's about procedure and sensitivity. This is where real-world tension enters the conversation. In modern policing, race, identity, and timing of information release can shape public perception dramatically. The officer sticks to protocol. Only one confirmed detail: the suspect was male. It's a reminder that these early briefings are often just the beginning, not the full story.
Can be notified. There have been on rare occasions next of kin being from different locations throughout the state or throughout the country or even a different country where it takes a little bit more time, okay?
Can you share whether this was like a traffic stop scenario, a residence visit, or
We'll say it was an encounter on the street, okay?
were the officers wearing body cameras?
So that's going to have to be a question for the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department on their policies and procedures and their equipment, etc. Okay, at this time, it doesn't appear to have any more questions, and I really don't have any other information. Once we get that information, please monitor our Twitter account. That's MSHP Trooper A Twitter account. We'll do as much information on that as we possibly can, as soon as we can.
In the final segment, reporters continue probing. Was it a traffic stop? A residence call? A street encounter. The answer, an encounter on the street. Short. Controlled. Minimal detail. Questions about equipment, policies, procedures, all redirected appropriately. The Missouri State Highway Patrol makes it clear, their role is investigating the officer-involved shooting, not the homicide case itself. And just like that, the briefing ends. No dramatic shouting. No visible chaos. Just structured protocol after a fatal police shooting. But here's the reality, this is only the surface. Investigations take time. Evidence is still being collected. Statements are still being reviewed. The calm tone of this press conference contrasts sharply with the intensity of what happened minutes earlier, a suspect presenting a rifle, an officer drawing his weapon, and a life-ending exchange of gunfire. And that contrast is what makes this entire incident so gripping.